If you have a look at one of the major lines on your hands, you're probably going to notice it forms a pattern just like this. And this is known as the feathers symbol in Chinese palmistry. Hey guys, welcome back to Chariot Palmistry. My name is Sulabh Jain, and today we're going to be talking about the feather symbol in Chinese palmistry. I'm going to tell you what it means, and at the very end of this video, I'm also going to give you guys the Feng Shui tips on how to undo some of the damage that this line is probably doing in your life. But first, let's get to the meanings of this symbol. So the general meaning of the feather symbol is that it's a weakening of the energy on the line that it appears on. And so, for example, if it's at the start of the headline, it means you have an inability to find purpose in life. This generally happens in old age. So this person here, for example, when they retire, they'll essentially lose their sense of purpose in life. They won't know what to do with themselves. If it appears at the heart line, it's a difficulty in connecting with people at an emotional level, and often this is caused by some form of emotional neglect in childhood. So this is one of those things that only affects you when you're young, and eventually you grow out of it. At the start of the lifeline though, the feather symbol gives you shyness and low confidence during your childhood. So again, it's something that affects you quite severely when you're younger, but once you grow up, often after the age of 20, it doesn't affect you that much anymore. Now the interesting thing about this is that the Indian palmist and the Western palmist did not think of this as a standalone symbol. They thought when a major line splits off into all these little splinters that it's the tassels, and they assign basically the same meaning to it in that it weakens the overall strength of the major line. But to them it wasn't a standalone symbol. And the thinking with this is that if you think of a river that goes really strong with a direct current, it doesn't lose any of its energy. It's just like the lines on the hands. But if that river splits off into lots of little tributaries, then the strength of the current in that river becomes weaker because, it's getting divided up all the time. And that's sort of how the Indians and the Western palmists looked at this in terms of weakening energy. The Chinese, they believed the exact same thing, but to them it was more of a standalone symbol. Now I did promise you guys the Feng Shui tips on how to undo the damage from this line. And the first thing you got to do is have a look in the southwestern section of your home. This feather symbol is associated with the earth element. So if you look in the southwest of your home and you've got either a picture of the earth there, or you've got crystal or something like that, that structure in that part of your house is actually amplifying the negative chi of this symbol. So you want to remove that and get rid of it. So having done that, we then try and replace it with positive energy. We do that by locating where this symbol is on your hand and applying the correct remedy for that. And I want you to have a look at the hands with the trigrams on them and then the corresponding directions. So if this symbol is at the very start of your lifeline, then you can see it's between the southeast and the eastern section of your home. What you want to do is actually amplify the energy over there. So that earth element, we want to keep it in the east or southeast section of your home. If the feather symbol is on your heart line, then you can see how it'll be between the southwestern and the western section of your home. This is where a bit of trickiness comes into it, because remember we said you don't want earth energy in the southwest of your home? Move that earth energy to the west. So place a picture of the earth there, or a crystal from the earth in the western section of your home. Completely remove it out of the southwest. And lastly, if you have the feather symbol on your headline, then you can see that'll be between the west and northwestern section of your home. So putting the earth element there will undo some of the negative effects of this symbol. And that is the feather symbol. If you have any questions on it, put it in the comment section below, guys. Otherwise, check out our other videos on Chinese palmistry symbols. Thanks a lot, guys.